Welcome to the school committee meeting of Monday, December 9th. Could we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of November 25th.
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Nothing under audience. We'll move on to reports. We have reports for the administrators, Ms. Shipper, Mr. McAllister, Ms. Shifley, Ms. Sheehan. For guidance, Ms. Black. For the nurse, Ms. Davis. And for pupil personnel services with Dr. Manigula.
We have 4 motions to approve. Second.
All those in favor? We have for financial reports, we have the school department.
1 motion to approve the school department financial report. Second.
All those in favor? And for building rentals, it's good to see how busy the school is with all different activities, keeping the gyms certainly busy and full of fun things. Any comments?
No, it's great to see not just the youth programs, but dance studios, local other community
Right. Not just
organizations come in and using the great space. So if anyone is thinking about that, please reach out to the super's office and check out all the good space we have here in the district.
Thank you. Move on to school newsletters with Eston, Phelps, the middle school and the high school. I did have one, that I saw under the newsletter for Phelps. They're having a winter coat drive now through December 15th. If you wanted to drop off and donate a new coat, it's going to the grade 4 student council. We'll be in charge of coordinating this, and it will be a competition between the houses at Phelps. So they're certainly looking for winter coats if you have any to donate. And we'll move on to old business with completed fundraisers. We have 4 completed fundraisers. We have the Phelps PAC completed their Name the Circle fundraiser. They collected $17,500. They had $500 in expenses, so they earned $17,000. I think that's like a
That is amazing.
Highest,
Thank you for
incredible.
everyone who's donated. That's crazy.
I read it, I'm like, woo! Then they had the turkey feathers, that they collected $1,200. They had $650 in expenses. They made $550, so that was awesome. They had Orion's Give Back Night, and they made $50 on that event. And then I had one more. That was only 3. The student council, the high school student council, had Mr. Rockland. They collected $838. They had $226 in expenses, so the net profit was $612. And do you remember who won, Mr. Rockland?
Gavin Maddows.
Thank you. Congratulations, Gavin. I think I knew that and I didn't remember. So that was fun and good to them. Congratulations on earning that money. So that's all we have for completed fundraisers. We'll move on to new business with new fundraisers. So we have 6 of those. So the Phelps PAC has a families will visit D'Angelo's and Papagino's, and they will give 20% back to the Phelps PAC. They're going to have that in January, like a dining for a cause, I guess. Phelps PAC also has a gold coin challenge. It's similar to the turkey feathers, but it's gold coins. They'll have that February into March. And they'll also have a fun run, students run laps to raise money for field trips and enrichments, and that will be March into April. And then we have the girls' high school basketball will be selling apparel to raise money for the team in the month of December. And then high school French will be selling Hilliard's candy bars to earn their money to go to Quebec. in the month of December. And right here, our very own WRPS will have bowling at Timberlanes to benefit the WRPS Scholarship Fund. And that will have shoes and bowling and a buffet. That will be in January. So that's 6 total.
6 motions to approve the fundraisers.
6 seconds.
All those in favor? That's a vote. And now we will have Kristen Walsh come up with EF tours for our next trip.
Madam Chair, sorry, did we, oh, sorry. My apologies.
Next, that's next. You were just checking.
Hi,
Hi.
everyone. I'm Kristen Walsh. I teach here at the high school and run our travel club. And this is Emily Whipple from EF Tours. She works with me to plan all of our tours as my tour consultant. So if there's anything you have questions for EF specific, Emily can help out with that. But we're here to talk about our 2027 tour, which is planned for Berlin, Budapest, Prague, and Krakow. And technically, it'll be a 5th country because we have lunch in Slovakia on the way from one country to the other. Stop in the mountains for lunch. They can check off another country. This has been a tour I've wanted to do for a really long time. We had a lot of success with this section of Europe in 2019 on a full tour, and the students loved it. It's one of the best feedback tours I've gotten, and I have some teacher friends who have done this with their students, and they said it's one of their favorites, if not their favorite. So I'm really looking forward to all the World War II history, some really moving experiences the students have learned about in school in terms of historical content, and then get to experience it firsthand. It's also a pretty affordable trip, which we're always cognizant of in this day and age, try to make it something they can plan for over the next few years, fundraise, and obviously just start as an affordable trip if possible.
Excellent. Do we have any questions, ladies?
No, I just think this is a fabulous opportunity. My
great.
kids have benefited from this, in the past, so I think it's, in the prices, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good for planning this far out. We can make it the best deal possible.
Right. So thank you for coming from, don't leave yet, I just wanted to thank you, sorry. I just wanted to thank you for coming in tonight in the rain. I appreciate that you came to us. I know it's one of our things that we like you to come, so I appreciate the time. I just think this is exciting. I was going to ask that, when was the last time you went? And what was your experience? I think it's huge for the kids if there's certainly going to be history majors or any of that. It sort of makes it real. You know, you're reading in these books all the time. This actually brings it to life, so I think that's a really cool thing. I don't think I have any necessary questions. I think that we have been using EF for so long that I feel like we feel safe and we trust them. Do you have any?
And this is 10-day, right?
9 days.
9 days.
Well, we
Did I-
come home on the 10th day.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't do the extension because it would
Yeah.
eat too much into the school week.
Right, I think it's,
May I just- And all of the medical safety
right.
protocols are all in place as they usually are, and
Do you want me to?
close to a hospital and, you know, those kind of things. Yeah.
That was
Absolutely,
where I
yeah,
was going to
so,
go next.
One of the things that we include, that Kristen always opts to include for all her travelers, is our global travel protection plan. So that covers, any, like, medical emergencies, it covers any, like, on-tour issues, like lost bag, a long flight delay, you need to get like a toothbrush at the airport or something, you can make a claim through the insurance when you get home. You'll be in all major cities, so if anything should happen. We have, I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but we have a lot of offices in like over 50 countries, I think, and we have quite a few offices in all around Europe, so 24/7 emergency service team, anything you need, we're there.
Thanks, Ellen. That was going to be where I was going next. I also wondered how many kids, how many chaperones, boys, girls, what are you thinking?
We've been filling up trips between 30 and 40, depending on the itinerary and the destination. So with Europe, that tends to be about that number. This year, it's 30, so we're happy with that number going to Europe in April. And the chaperones get added as the numbers grow with students. So I know for the 2026 Galapagos trip, the science teachers had really signed up early and they were all in. And I'm sure there's a couple of history to go on this one. So we'll see how the numbers grow and add the chaperones as we go.
And what is the chaperone to student ratio? Is it
1 to 6.
1 to 6, that's what I thought, I just wanted to
Yep.
make sure.
Good confirmation.
And I think usually if there's boys or girls going, you make sure that you have both a chaperone for that.
We've tried, in most tours, we do bring a male chaperone, sometimes we don't. We only have, I want to say, 5 boys going this year, and it just didn't work out with the male chaperone, but we feel very confident with the female staff going. We have a guidance counselor going this year. We have experienced chaperones and a couple of new chaperones. It's a great team, and the parents know who the chaperones are, and no one has expressed any concern about it being a female staff this year.
Okay.
And I guess for the folks that are listening that may not have had the opportunity to listen to a tour presentation,
Sure.
rooms for that, it's 4-door room, 2-door room,
It
typically?
depends on the hotel,
country and the hotel.
and obviously the number of girls and boys, it's either 2, 3, or 4. So occasionally with different numbers of male and female students, there'll be a room of 2 and a bunch of 3. We figure it out ahead of time with the chaperones and students, so they tell us who they want a room with in different configurations, and then when our tour director, the person who's with us 24/7 on tour, gives me each hotel's configurations, I just fill it in. So students always know who they're going to be with, they just don't know which nights they'll be with 2, 3, or 4.
No, it's a great itinerary.
I agree.
Yep.
I think it's one of our best, honestly.
I did Berlin on my training tour when I was a brand new group leader, and it surprised me how much I loved Berlin. I didn't know what to expect, and I loved it. And then we did Prague in 2019 as part of our 4-country tour. Students loved it. Krakow and Budapest will be new for me, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about their some of the most intact cities from pre-World War II, and architecture and history. The students won't be bored for sure. They'll be busy all the time, seeing new things. We're going to try to connect it to their classes as much as possible with those history teacher chaperones wanting to do some things ahead.
Right.
But I think they've already learned about it. Every 9th grader takes World War II history at Rockland High. So between the Holocaust, we get to visit a concentration camp, the most famous one. We did that in 2019, a different camp, but it was an incredibly moving, difficult but moving day.
Right.
And I know the students think that will be a highlight of a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience.
All right. I think it's cool for the kids of
It's great.
Rockland, right? They don't all get to get this chance. So to be able to go with the school, it's just something.
Before COVID, both my daughters did Prague and Budapest, and said it's some of the best food they've had, like anywhere. And the local food was, they said it was fabulous.
Can't wait to
And
try.
the people were very, very welcoming.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yes.
Any other questions?
All right.
No, I think it's great.
Motion to approve the EF tour for 2027, right? We need an approval?
Yep, we do.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Thank you for coming.
We'll keep you posted after the April trip. We'll come back with some students and share.
I would love that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Colin is coming, so he'll be back.
And both of our girls are going, so they can come in and tell.
That's wonderful. They're awesome. They're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, to the amendment of the building rental contract.
It's actually Noel Novio. Do you need her to come down here, or can she?
It's up to you. You don't have to. I don't want to put you in front if you don't want
It's
to.
quick, so what we want to do is we want to change the wording in our existing contract, because right now it says only for auditorium and lecture hall. Do we need any kind of like Wi-Fi access or anything? But we've had a couple of gym rentals that require Wi-Fi service and whatnot, so we just want to change it from auditorium lecture hall to the second page where it says, do you require any technical assistance in any of our spaces? So it's just a simple change.
Mr. Tim Wells recommended and asked for this
Yes.
in the contract, so.
Okay, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, it just covers more situations.
Right, it just handles it better, I think.
So then, I have no questions.
I don't either. I think that makes sense.
Motion to approve the amendment to the building rental contract for 24-25.
All those in favor? Thank you, Noel. And we'll move to Alan, Superintendent's
Thank you.
report.
Very brief. Just want to highlight a great event that took place last week, the Credit for Life Fair, which is one of my favorites. It's an event for sophomores, and want to commend Jill Delaney, our guidance, from our guidance department, who really spearheads the whole thing. For those out there in TV land who don't know what the Credit for Life Fair is, we send our sophomores through sort of a series of activities where they get a job and a paycheck, and then they have to pay bills, and they learn about a dozen or so different aspects of life and responsibilities. And it's the kind of thing that you often hear people say, I wish they would teach kids about credit cards, and I wish they would teach about, well, this is what we do. And it's a great event. And it's a great partnership with local banks who man each of the stations. So it's just a great event. And Fred Damon was teaching folks how to tie neckties,
Yes.
which I thought was great. So anyway, thank you very much, Jill Delaney, and it was a great event. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll move on to our public service announcements then. No one had any comments for Dr. Colin? Okay. Colin, do you have anything you want to bring?
Not this time.
Okay, thanks for being here. We'll go to you, Jamie, next.
I don't have anything. I think this is our only meeting in December, so just happy holidays. Enjoy the lead up to school vacation week, and be safe, and good luck to all the winter sports. I think they did a week of tryouts and then a week of practices, and a lot of games are starting this week, and good luck to the wrestling team in Situate
Yeah.
on Saturday. Long day of a tournament, so that's it for
All
me.
right, thank you. Michelle?
Just a shout out to Mrs. Blaney at Rockland Rock. The stroll was fabulous. So many kids were participating. I saw so many former students, and it was a really, really good time. And I wish everybody a wonderful holiday season.
Okay. I don't have anything myself. I was going to say the same thing. Happy holidays and be safe, and we'll see you in January. That's all I have.
Well, then motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? That's a vote. Good night.